Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon or Rising, and it's a weekly reading for the week of September 16th to the 22nd. So your cards this week, Scorpio, you have an Oracle card and a Temple. We have the Eight of Pentacles, we have the Ten of Swords, we have the Ten of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, and the Star card. So we'll just start off by reading your Oracle card here in a Temple to set the theme for the reading. So this is an action card, Scorpio, so it's actually calling you to take some inspired action in your life. Devotion. Tune into the portal of your heart. You are being called to be a devoted student and tune into your heart, to incorporate true devotion into your life. You could be called to develop a regular meditation, journaling, or chanting practice, or to show up to your soul with rhythm. To develop a daily practice where you fill up your well and spend time with your soul. All of the answers to the questions that you seek are waiting in the portal of your heart. So what it's really asking you to do, Scorpio, is to get in alignment with your inner voice, with your soul, with your higher self. And through doing that, through creating that alignment, through truly listening to your heart, that's where all the answers you seek are lying. So if you are moving into a new chapter, which I strongly think you are, you have all the inner wisdom within you and you just need to access that. And often in the busyness of our lives, the busyness and the drama and all the information and social media and all of that, we don't have the time and the space or the energy to actually listen to truly what's going on the inside. It's like there's all that white noise of information. So sometimes you just have to dial it back. And that's where the meditation and the journaling come in, so that you can truly listen and so you can hear the messages of spirit, the messages that the universe are giving to you. So let's start here with the Ten of Swords and the Seven of Wands. So here we do have a very clear completion, Scorpio. 10 being the number of completion or the highest value of each of the suit in the tarot deck. So here we have a situation where I feel like it has been going on for a long period of time. We're talking about longer than, this week that's unfolding. For some of you, it could have been months or years. It's a situation where, you really had to be persistent and have resilience. I think that it's a situation where you really just had to keep on fighting, keep on pushing. That can be a relationship where, essentially it's not working, and in order for you to stay in it, you have to sort of keep on pushing. You have to park your own values. Maybe you've had to take on the values of someone else. Maybe you've had to walk on eggshells. It's that feeling of deep down, that you're sort of fighting it. And that takes up a lot of your time and energy. And, it can lead to sickness too. Some of you might have been dealing with chronic fatigue, stress-related symptoms, adrenal fatigue, of just, being completely wiped out. It's that kind of feeling. The Seven of Wands can also talk about, internal challenges. Here we see this person here fighting off 6 wands that are almost coming up out of nowhere, like they're held by some kind of phantom. For me, when I see this card, it makes me think about our inner demons that we're trying to fight. We're not too sure necessarily where they come from. They could be attached to past things. Maybe the situation that we're in, that we're completing, has been triggering those things, and our life in that situation has been a constant battle to beat them off. And that is a very, very draining situation to be in. And you know what, the universe is saying, well, it's time for you to be released from that, because you've learned what you needed to learn from it under that number 10 there. And I think that a lot of you are just extremely tired, probably dealing with the fatigue of it. There could also have been a betrayal in the situation with that swords energy. But what I love about the Ten of Swords is that, yes, we have this really black, ominous sky here, but we have this beautiful dawn or sun on the horizon that's just waiting to burst through and actually eclipse the darkness. So it says there's real promise, there's real hope if you can just let the situation complete. Because I think you're tired, and who wants to spend their life in a battle? Life should be unfolding. You should be in the flow of life. It should be like this. It should be a 10 of Cups reality, which I think you're moving into. But in order to do that, we need to clear the space by allowing things that are ready to complete, and I'm really sensing well overdue to complete, allow them to come to pass. And if we don't do that, sometimes that's when we set ourselves up for a tower moment. So it's good to align with the ebb and flow of life and let things complete as they are meant to. And you're really being called to tune into your heart, and you'll know the answer in there, and I think you already do know the answer. That's an unhealthy situation, and it's time to move on from that. And once we see that completion coming in, what's really beautiful here is that we have the Star card in your reading here, Scorpio. The Star card actually follows the Tower in the tarot deck. It is your calm after the storm. And there are elements here of that dark sort of Tower energy. So what it's saying is that yes, this could be a painful completion for you. There could be hurts, deep hurts, wounds, those kind of things. There could even be some, depression, because swords is the suit of the intellect. But we have the Star card backing that up to come in and help you heal and restore from that. And when you do start to heal and restore and get your energy back, that's when you can tune into the messages that the universe is trying to send you to help you move forward in your new direction. Because this is also a card of strong guidance, and it says that once you heal, through that healing process, when you start to feel more energetically aligned, when you start to feel better in your body physically and mentally, you start to get a renewed sense of hope and faith. It's really difficult to feel hope and faith in the universe when you're feeling like this, when you have fatigue, when you're feeling weighed down by a situation, when you're burdened by negativity. But in time, this Ten of Swords says that will lift. And once that lifts, there is real guidance here for you. The Star energy is somebody who can go through the healing process, can balance their emotional waters while they still have one foot grounded in the daily life. So I think it says that even though you might have gone through a period of sickness or there's been real hardships, I think that you are able to go through this healing process while going about your daily life, your work, your job, looking after the children, whatever that may be. But there is that real key to do some work on yourself energetically to come back into alignment. And that might mean, the journaling that we talked about here, the meditation, getting some energy healing, that type of thing. And it's likely that you are feeling quite vulnerable. Some of you might have been quite stripped bare by the situation, or feel like you've really lost something. Some of you might be, ending a career that really defined you, and you feel like you've lost that sense of identity. We can also feel like that when we release a relationship. But, from that place of vulnerability, from dropping all of that, that's a great place to begin manifesting a new future. And that's exactly what I see here with the Three of Pentacles. So 3 as a number in tarot is all about the manifestations of new beginnings. This is about you slowly starting to rebuild in a new direction. Pentacles is the suit of stability, something solid. So you're really coming into a place of emotional solidity, becoming grounded. And from that place, you can really begin thinking about what you truly desire for your new chapter. If it is a work situation that you're releasing, the Three of Pentacles shows somebody who is almost in a learning or an apprenticeship situation. So some of you might be embarking on a course of study. If it's a relationship that you're coming out of, some of you might be doing some self-development work, really, working on rebuilding yourself from an energetic perspective, through, could even be going through some counseling, that kind of thing, to get yourself in the best possible place to manifest the beginning that you truly desire. That's really going to align with your highest purpose. And here, I mean, look at these cards here. So here we have somebody who is continuing this building journey, but somebody who's really becoming quite masterful at that. You know, the Eight of Pentacles is somebody who is chiseling out their future by their own hand. This is somebody who's not riding on the coattails of life or letting life happen to them. That might have been the situation that you were in that's completed with that Ten of Swords energy that really burnt you out. This is somebody who's taking control of their life and, you know, chisel by chisel, pentacle by pentacle, is carving and building the life that they truly desire, a life that's going to bring them to a Ten of Cups reality. You know, and the Eight is about, you know, power and mastery. This sees you stepping into a really powerful position. And, you know, really, you know, we're going here from a Three of Pentacles to an Eight of Pentacles. So whatever you begin to put in place this week, whether that is through study, whether it is through self-development, it's showing me that you're really going to progress that quickly, and it's going to become something very abundant for you, because as we move up, you know, higher in the Pentacle suit, it really is about abundance in terms of, you know, the solidity aspects of life. It can be financial abundance, it can be abundance in the home. I mean, mixed with the Ten of Cups here, I really feel like this is you building that future that you've always desired, because the Ten of Cups is also a card of abundance, but it's about emotional abundance and joy and love and harmony. So, you know, this is somebody who's not going to accept anything less for their life. They're done with those situations that, you know, was just like a fight, that it was just all about, you know, resilience and persistence. This here shows somebody who is in the flow of life, who is directing their own, you know, directing their own show, orchestrating their own reality. And they know that there's a certain amount of hard work ongoing that needs to go into that. You don't just sort of, you know, set things up and then the universe just keeps on delivering on a silver platter. This is somebody, you know, this is you having that realization that in order to achieve this reality, that you also need to keep on, you know, feeding that reality. You need to keep on giving back out to the universe. You have to be the example of what you're trying to attract into your life. And yes, there's a certain amount of hard work and dedication that needs to go into that. But the promise here is Ten of Cups reality. And Ten of Cups of reality is whatever brings you the maximum amount of emotional abundance, of love, of joy, whether that's having a life partner and the home and the children, or whether that is finding a career that, you know, fulfills you and, you know, really gives you the sense of living your life purpose. What I'm really seeing in this reading, Scorpio, is that move from a life that is happening to you to somebody who is the director of their own life and moving towards a true abundance on both a physical and an emotional level. And it's through tuning into your heart that you will receive the direction, and you will find out, you know, what needs to be done to align with your highest purpose. So Scorpio, that's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Keep in mind it is a general reading. It won't resonate with every Scorpio out there. Leave me a comment. I'd love to know how this is unfolding in your daily life. And I'll see you back here for another reading next week.